Thanks for stopping by What's New Barbecue. Today I picked up some sirloin steaks from Matador Prime Steak. These are nice prime slabs of beef, y'all. We're going to be throwing that on the Weber kettle and reverse searing it, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. If this is your first time stopping by, go ahead and hit that subscription button and that bell right next to it so you can keep track of this barbecue journey. Let's get to these sirloins, guys. Alright guys, and here's our sirloin strip steaks from Matador Prime Steak that I told y'all we'd be working with today. They look great. You can see the marbling all throughout it. That's going to make for some great steaks. And today what we're going to season them with is some Young Buck's brisket rub. I love this stuff. I'll have their information down below in the description box. And then we're going to follow that up with something else that I truly love, and that's Heaven Made Products. It's incredible. So let's go ahead and get these seasoned up, and then we'll fire up the Weber and let this seasoning sweat in while it's coming up to temperature. I want to put a good amount of this It's Incredible on there. That's going to go great on this steak. Y'all have seen me use that before on beef, and I know I'll love it. This is going to be perfect for me and my wife tonight. I'm going to have some steak and some veggies, and then we're going to follow that up with the brisket rub. And this is going to be perfect for that texture that I love with beef. When you're doing reverse sear, you get that nice crust on the outside. This is going to be perfect. That'll do it on this side. I'm going to go ahead and let that sweat in, and once it does, I'll flip them over and do the same thing to the other side, and I'll catch y'all back out at the smoker. Alright y'all, and our Weber came up to temperature and it's nice and clear smoke rolling. We're rolling with hickory tonight. And we let the steaks get nice and sweat in with that seasoning. They're looking great. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and toss them onto the indirect side here, so we can slowly come up to that temperature we're wanting to be at. And we're going to be shooting for right around 115 degrees internal before it's time to sear these up. Let me go ahead and zoom in. I'll give y'all a close-up and then we'll shut the Weber down. Those are looking great. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the Weber down and I'll update y'all when we're taking a peek at them. Alright y'all, and our steaks have reached an internal temperature of 90 degrees, and that's when we're going to give them a flip, and that way we can get an even cook on both sides and allow both sides to evenly absorb that hickory smoke. And I'm going to go ahead and get my probe put back in and close it down until we get to 115 degrees internal, and at that point we'll sear it up. Alright y'all, these steaks have came to an internal temperature of 115 degrees, which is exactly where we want to be before we sear these up. The fire's going good on the slow and sear side, enough to go ahead and transfer these right over and get a good sear on them. Let's listen to this sizzle. Oh, that sounds great. Smells awesome. Man. Listen to that. That's a thing of beauty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sear these up on both sides for about a minute or a minute and a half, and then I'll catch back up with y'all when we're putting them on the cutting board. Alright y'all, welcome back. It's been about 2 minutes and it's time to pull these off. They're right at about 126 degrees internal, which is perfect. And by the time they rest, they'll raise to about 130, 135 degrees. Look at that. That is going to be some good eating. I'm going to go ahead and pull this inside and let it rest, and I'll catch back up with y'all here in a minute. Alright guys, y'all saw how good those steaks looked, and it's time to rest them up. And I just wanted to show y'all, we're going to hit this with a little bit more of the mix of the Young Bucks brisket rub and the Heaven Made Products It's Incredible right before we temp this with some foil and let it rest for about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with foil, and I'll catch back up with y'all when we're cutting into it. Alright guys, these steaks have been resting for about 10 minutes and it's time to take a peek at them. Golly, those are looking absolutely awesome. Tons of juice, tons of juice. Let's go ahead and cut into one of them. Let's go ahead and cut into this one here and see how we did. It smells amazing. Oh yeah. That's looking great. Fan that out for you so y'all can see. That is perfect. Tons of juices. Nice medium rare. That's looking great. I'll cut into the other one. Remember, it's a little smaller, so it might be a little bit more on the medium side, but let's take a peek. Man, that looks great. A little bit more than medium rare, but still tons of juice. Let's cut in a couple of strips of that too. I'm not let down by either of these pieces of meat. Alright guys, y'all see how we did? It's looking great. Let me go ahead and reposition the camera and give y'all a close-up, and then we'll give it a taste. Alright guys, this steak's all done. Y'all saw it's looking great. Take a look at that. So much juice. Wow. I can't wait to give this a taste. I'm going to go ahead and cut me off a more manageable piece. Perfect medium rare, guys. I know this is going to be great. I love those seasonings. It's incredible. And Young Bucks. Look at that. Now for the ultimate test. Here we go. Cheers, y'all. Wow, that's awesome. That pretty much dissolved in my mouth. Look at that perfect cook, guys. Let's go ahead and give that another bite. That sirloin from Matador Prime Steak is awesome. And then you got that It's Incredible and that Young Bucks brisket rub on there as well. That's perfect, guys. I highly recommend that y'all try those seasonings. I appreciate y'all for stopping by What's New Barbecue. Until next time, y'all keep on barbecuing.